It was one of those afternoons, my phone buzzing, a diaper change mid-sentence, a pot of pasta forgotten on the back burner. I felt hollowed out, like the day's energy had been siphoned away. I stepped into the kitchen, had 10 minutes, and made something simple that actually shifted my mood. That tiny pause felt like a reset. And today, we'll share 3 rituals like that you can do in 5 to 10 minutes when you're running on empty.
Welcome back to Earthy Remedy. I'm Fiona. We'll break this down practically. What happens to a caregiver's brain and body during those long, interrupted days? And then we'll give you kitchen-first tools that are safe, evidence-aware, and genuinely doable between tasks.
And I'm Samnang. Today we've invited 2 guests who do this work every day. Dr. Maya Patel, a clinical psychologist who specializes in caregiver stress, and Lena Ruiz, a registered clinical nutritionist who focuses on quick, nourishing micromeals. Quick safety note before we begin. These tactics are supportive, not replacements for therapy or formal respite. If you're feeling overwhelmed or unsafe, we'll share referral language and crisis resources in the show notes.
Thanks, Samnang and Fiona. I want to open by naming what's happening. Caregiving often creates chronic low-grade stress, sleep fragmentation, constant decision fatigue, and a toggled autonomic nervous system where you're stuck between alert and exhausted. Those states make it hard to access calm or focus, so realistic targets are micro-wins, single interruptions to the stress cycle, brief restoration of glucose and hydration, and felt short attention breaks. Those are the small physiological levers we can pull in 5 to 10 minutes.
From the research side, short sensory resets and small nutrient hits, some protein, fiber, and a little balance of carbohydrate can stabilize blood sugar and improve cognitive function for the next hour. Hydration timing matters too. Even mild dehydration increases perceived effort and worsens mood. So the physiology and the practical match up. Small, repeatable actions can produce measurable effects.
Maya, can you say a bit about what we should notice when these micro wins are actually working? Like, what's realistic to expect after a 10-minute ritual?
Absolutely. You might notice a subtle drop in reactivity, less snapping at a small frustration, or an increase in task clarity. Emotionally, people report a small rise in calm and the sense that they can handle the next hour. These aren't cures for burnout, but they are practical buffers that reduce the accumulation of stress over a day. And from a nutrition perspective, micro meals that combine protein and fiber slow digestion, provide sustained energy, and support focus. A few examples we'll cover: canned beans with a quick grain and citrus for iron pairing, a little yogurt or canned tuna plus crackers for protein, and easy nut seed mixes. The trick is practical measures and low-resource ingredients so anyone can do it between tasks.
Before our demos, quick prep checklist, keep these items handy. A small pot or kettle for hot water, a mug, a bowl and spoon, a towel, and a cold pack or bag of frozen vegetables for the sensory reset. If you don't have one-serve packaging, small containers work fine. Make sure you have a can opener and a citrus or a little jar of lemon juice.
Okay, Demo A, the 10-minute power bowl. We'll read the ingredients slowly so you can jot them down, or pause the episode and cook along. These are low-cost, shelf-stable options for busy caregivers.
Ingredient list: 1 cup cooked quick grain, instant brown rice, quinoa, or 1-minute microwave rice. 1/2 cup canned beans. Black beans, chickpeas, or lentils. Drained and rinsed. 1 to 2 handfuls of fresh spinach, or a small cup of pre-washed microgreens. 1 tablespoon olive oil or avocado oil.
Equipment: a small pot or microwave, bowl, spoon, and a citrus or small bottle of lemon juice. Step by step, I'll count the steps so you can follow. Step 1. If your grain is uncooked instant, cook 1 cup according to package directions. This usually takes 2 to 3 minutes. If you have leftover cooked grain, use 1 cup warmed. Step 2. While the grain heats, drain and rinse a half cup of canned beans and place them in your bowl. Step 3. Toss 1 to 2 handfuls of spinach into the bowl. It will wilt slightly from the warm grain. Step 4. Drizzle 1 tablespoon of olive oil and squeeze half a citrus over the bowl. This helps iron absorption. Step 5. Sprinkle 2 tablespoons of seeds or nuts, add a pinch of salt and pepper, and mix. Step 6. Optional, add a teaspoon of tahini or a dollop of yogurt for creaminess and a little extra protein. Eat warm or room temperature.
Tips and portion cues. This makes one satisfying snack or mini meal about 350 to 450 calories, depending on swaps. If you're plant-forward and short on iron, choose lemon or orange as your acid. If dairy is okay, adding yogurt adds calcium and a small protein boost. Low resource swaps. If no fresh greens, use a handful of frozen spinach thawed and squeezed dry. If you're allergic to nuts, double the seeds or use sunflower seed butter as a swap.
A quick safety note. If you take blood thinners, check with your clinician before increasing high vitamin K greens regularly. Also, if you have allergies, nuts, seeds, dairy, use the swaps Lena mentioned. We'll list swaps and medication flags in the show notes.
Now, Demo B, the calming sip. This is a 5 to 8 minute brew and a guided sip sequence paired with breath cues, perfect between appointments or during a bed-down routine.
1 cup hot water. 1 mild herbal tea bag or 1 tablespoon loose herb blend. Chamomile or rooibos are gentle choices. A strip of citrus peel, about 1 teaspoon of grated peel, or a thin slice of fresh ginger if you like a warming note. A tiny pinch of sea salt, about a pinch, optional, to help mineral balance and flavor. Half teaspoon of honey or maple syrup if desired. Quick benefits. Chamomile supports relaxation. Rooibos is naturally caffeine-free and mineral-rich. Ginger supports digestion. And the pinch of salt helps palatability when you're slightly dehydrated.
Step by step. Step 1. Heat 1 cup water until just steaming. Don't let it roar boil. Step 2. Place your tea and citrus peel or ginger in a mug and pour water over it. Step 3. Let steep for 3 to 5 minutes. While it steeps, we'll do a breath anchor. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Repeat twice. Step 4. Remove the herbs or strain, add a tiny pinch of sea salt and a half teaspoon of honey if you want. Step 5. Sit down with your mug and take 3 slow sips. On each sip, slow the breath and notice the warmth in your hands and the steam on your face.
When you do the sip sequence, imagine it as a short interruption to the fight-flight loop, a deliberate sensory cue that tells your nervous system, there is safety here. That association matters. If you have allergies to herbal ingredients, or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, check the specific herb. Some herbs aren't recommended in pregnancy. Also mention to your pharmacist if you take sedating medication. Some herbs can amplify effects. We'll include clear pregnancy and medication notes in the episode show notes.
For people on strict fluid limits or specific cardiac meds, replace the full cup with 2 to 3 sips of a small mug to stay within limits. Still effective as a ritual, even with less fluid.
Demo C, the 3-minute sensory reset. This is a pocket ritual you can use standing in a hallway between tasks. Ingredients and tools: a cool compress or a clean towel dipped in cool water, a small cup of room temperature water or the last sip of your calming sip, and 2 minutes of paced breathing.
Start by placing the cool compress on the back of your neck or over your eyes for about 30 to 45 seconds. Then do 2-tone breathing. Inhale slowly for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 6. Repeat for about 1 minute. While breathing, press the pad of your thumb firmly but gently into the webbing between your thumb and index finger for 10 seconds. Then release. Finish with 1 mindful sip of water. Notice the feeling in your throat. This sequence triggers parasympathetic shifts quickly. Cooling plus paced breath helps down-regulate heart rate and sharpen attention. Low resource swap if you don't have a compress, run cold water over your wrists or splash water on your face. Even a 20-second cold splash can be surprisingly effective. If you're supervising others and can't step away, do fingertip acupressure and take one slow sip at the same time. It's discreet and effective.
Okay, the 7-day Caregiver microtrial. The goal is to help you test one ritual for 1 week and track small changes. Pick one of today's tactics, power bowl, calming sip, or the 3-minute reset, and do it once per caregiving block for 7 days.
Simple tracked metrics: morning energy 1 to 10, midday calm 1 to 10, and a quick tally of interrupted meltdowns or escalations you felt more reactive in. Track time of day, what you did, and one sentence about how it landed. Stop rules: if a ritual increases anxiety or causes physical symptoms, dizziness, palpitations, pause and check with a clinician. We'll include a printable tracker in the show notes so you don't have to design one yourself.
These microtrials are adjunctive. If your baseline is severe, frequent panic, suicidal thoughts, or inability to care for yourself or others, reach out for professional help immediately. Language you can use when contacting a clinician: I'm a caregiver experiencing increasing overwhelm and sleep loss. I'm using short sensory and nutritional strategies, but need guidance on escalation and respite options. We'll put crisis resources and caregiver support hotlines in the notes. Accessibility and swaps. No cook power bowl version. Use canned tuna or salmon, a pouch of instant grain, and pre-washed greens. Or make a simple sardine plus cracker plate with citrus. For the calming sip, if herbs aren't available, hot water with lemon and a tiny pinch of ginger works. If cost is an issue, beans and frozen greens are budget winners. The point is facing toward a small, doable habit, not perfection.
Before we close, safety recap. Check herb guidance if pregnant or breastfeeding. Verify interactions with your pharmacist if you take blood thinners or sedating mints, and use allergen swaps when needed. These are small supports, not substitutes for clinical care or organized respite. If you feel like you're drowning, it's okay and important to ask for help.
We want to leave you with one tiny, actionable habit. Pick one ritual from today and try it once before tomorrow evening. It can be a 60-second version of the reset. That counts. Track one metric. Did it make your next 60 minutes slightly easier? Small wins add up.
Tag us at Earthy Remedy with a 15 to 60-second voice note or DM and tell us which ritual you tried and how it landed. Download the printable microtrial tracker in the show notes. There's a low resource column for swaps and a clinician language box you can copy if you need to reach out. And remember our signature. Listen to your body. Trust the earth. Feel the difference.
Thanks to Dr. Maya Patel and Lina Ruiz for joining us. If this episode helped, please subscribe and share with a caregiver in your life. These small rituals are more powerful when they spread. We'll be back with more practical, evidence-aware tools next week.
You've got this. One small step. Try one ritual today and notice how you feel. We'll see you next time on Earthy Remedy.